everyone, and welcome to another video regarding mains analysis when it comes to Assam paper. I am your mentor for GS5. Basically, I deal with. So, aji ami previous questions will do an analysis, but today I came up with 2 questions. Now, the focus of questions bur ki hoy ami keywords bur alop focus to ami change kori dim ase and we'll do it on like today my topic is about mostly it's about trade and investment, GI tag and all that. So basically we'll be covering Assam economy and the upliftment of Assam economy aru ki potential ase hebur ami cover korim. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead, and before I start I just want you to have a look at this. Our amar mains crash course. So if you'd like to join, please let us know. Daily classes thakibo, live answer writing thakibo, tumalokor test. If you want to give offline, online, whatever, whichever kind of test you would like, sit for the test, you could. I mean, you can, and then of course, tomorrow class notes for tomorrow soft copy lage, ne jenoka lage, so ami provide for you. Okay, and then there's also another notes. It has nothing to mane tumar khali basically it focuses on your answer writing skills. Okay, so a to ki saba tumar answer writing series thakibo, live answer writing thakibo yat. So ma'am will herself look into while you're writing the answers. She'll guide you through it, and then tumar test thakibo. Okay, it will be evaluated also. Feedback to Malcolm, direct feedback diya jabo. So in case if you're interested, although this course has it has already started, but it's still going on, so you still have the time to join. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead with amar pratham duta mane etu moi previous year question 2022 pra loisu tomake swa. It says that on 13 December 2022 the Assamese Gamusa received the geographical indication, that is GI tag, from the GI registry. Okay, examine the significance of the GI tag for the Assamese Gamusa. Now, yeah, keyword today I miss how it's Assamese Gamusa. Why not? Basically, they are asking about the amar kiki benefit hobo and all that. But it's not that they are going to ask us about Gamusa over and over again. Kintu yat amar basi focus koribole ki kuntu point hoy jay tomar GI tag. Okay. And GI tag we see it keeps changing. Notun horai include hoy thake. And recently amar bahut include hoise. Right na? Okay. So etia jodi ami sao, so GI tag jodi ko, why is it important? There's so many reasons that GI tag is important. Right na? Culturally hawk, economically hawk, and if you want to counterfeit na hoy jate. So we'll continue with the class. Then second ahi gol tomar discuss the outcome of G20 sessions in Assam as an opportunity to showcase the tourism and cultural heritage of Assam and also highlight the trade and investment potential before the international community. Now again, yeah, G20 kotha hodise, no doubt. But then again, our main focus to a session to karne etu hobo that trade and commerce and how to bring Assam in the global platform and also for economic potential to keneke amar bahabo pari, and also what are the ongoing aru kiki in future ami aru kiki koribo paru aru ba amar advantages ki ase geographically hawk. Okay, but tomar amar sorry, when it comes to even the kind of environment that we have out here, for example agriculture and all that. So hebur bostu ami sob sam, I mean climatic conditions, sorry, not environment, the climatic conditions and all ami ebur sob check korim. So that belek kiba enaka type of question ahilo tumaloke jate likhibo para. All right, because the main focus of these 2 questions will be economic upliftment. And economic uplift, as you know, that a country or a state is as strong as their economy. Why not? In the end of the day, money talks. So let's go ahead. Moi tumaloko keneke I'm not going to give you any very structured answer ki mains of keneke likhibo lage, because my focus will be on ami keneke economy upliftment koribo paru, global map amar okhomok keneke anibo paru, Okay, amar ki potential ase, ki advantages ase. So basically my focus will be on that, and how is it going to help the Assamese youth? Okay, how is it going to fight against unemployment? All right, and then comes sustainability. Ebur bostu ami sam. Okay, so prothom question jodi ami sao, ki koise juntu amar GI tag or kotha ase. Now GI tag, like I said, amar bahut products add hoi thake, hoy nai, and then they also have certain kind of validity, mane eta period thake, and then they have to they change after that or they renew. Now etia ki hoi jay tumar prothom kotha hol ki amak hodise significance of, ami khali yar loke sao significance of GI tag. Now amar Okhomor kotha jodi ahe, that amar economy jodi uplift koribole sao, okay, but if we have to kind of secure certain kind of tradition that we have, okay, if we have to preserve certain kind of tradition that we have, again you can put GI tag. GI tag is one of the ways. Karon counterfeit nohoy, duplicate manhe potokke hebu koribo nware, hoy nai. So etu ami heneke add koribo paru. So anyways, let's go ahead. So traditional and cultural and traditional jodi significant sound at ki hoy swa, it is a symbol of cultural identity. Okay, cultural identity kuntu jagat hoise, kenoka community manuhe kore. Okay, he karone he traditional method bur loke observe koribo pare. So gamusa amak heneke etu bostu etia, for example, yat gamusa kon tumi example hisabe lua. Gamusa amak enaka hoy karon etu amar Okhomia Okhomor eta porichoy hoy na, identity hoy. So it's not just used for religious purpose, it's used for so many social hok, aji kabar kiba function, that's when, and then tumalokor amar culturally, economically kiman besi important hoy amar kane hoy jano. So ei gamusa eneke hoy to social, religious and traditional events. Then heritage preservation, GI tag, all what they do, heritage to preserve poetry. Like I said, because the authenticity is preserved, and it also kind of it also boosts the younger generation to learn about it, to educate for it, so that they can know about it, learn about it, why it's important for us, why it's for us to preserve such traditional items that we have. So the GI tag helps preserve traditional weaving techniques and ensures the survival of cultural practices tied to the gamusa. So most of the time you see our traditional techniques, they're very scientific. Now I'm not saying modern or whatever, I'm using the term scientific. Okay, sustainable hoy, scientific hoy, maybe time consuming hoy, no doubt, but then they're very scientific and they're sustainable. So ei bostu jodi ami preserve koribo paru, then why shouldn't we, isn't it? Then economic impact, like we know, economic impact hoday thakibo ar bhalor karone thakibo. So support for local artisan, because eta area, eta certain community he ebu bostu hoy na gamusa, but tomar this when you see basmati rice or India, so there's certain GI tag mane eta ei bostu eta stamp di gare hoy bole. So he karone to local artisan bur jun hoy, it will encourage them to produce more, because it will be there in the international market. Then provides official recognition benefiting Assamese weavers and artisans, enhancing their livelihood. See, this is all a cycle, you know, one thing leads to another. So jodi dekhen loke, you know, if it gets a recognition, if it has that, if it can gain the trust of the people that this is authentic, people will definitely buy, people will take more interest in it. Then, and also the more they, you know, demand hole, demand hobo, supply hobo, sub supply, you know, they'll always livelihood source bahi jabo heneke, because a lot of people will be engaging in works like that. Okay, increase value and demand, yes, because once it gets the stamp that it's authentic, okay, and that it's unique, so it's a very unique product, it's a very authentic product, okay, then definitely tomar value or demand bahi jaboi. So GI tag increases marketability, then enabling artisans to fetch higher prices for their authentic products. Export potential, yeah, just like that. Jodi authentic hoy, it comes in a very good quality, higher quality products. Exporter karone hodai bhal potential, and the more there is export, the better it is for our economy. Why not? Then I had my brand recognition and promotion. Of course, and it was what me branding Assam. It will give Ohomor bostu hoy jetia. It will definitely bring in a lot of branding for Assam. It will definitely put Assam in the global map. It could be about textile, or it could be about a type of food, drink, whichever you know, whatever. So the GI tag enhances Assam's image as a region with unique cultural products, helping position the gamusa as a gamusa example as Miss. So ebur amar Ohomor tumaloke amar bahut art and craft ase hoy nai, our mask making ase, all this. Jodi imagine that it gets global recognition, amar karone kiman bhal hobo. Then tourism boost, yes, the GI tag status can attract tourist interest in authentic local crafts, increasing souvenir sales and promoting cultural heritage. Agor aru eta question jonto moi koisu G20 jetia hoisle kiman delegates ahisle hoy na, and they got the chance to experience it first hand. Nije sabo parise, nije they could touch it themselves, they could, you know, bostubur tekhetloke nije evaluate korbo parise whether they like it or they don't like it. So that it gives in a lot of exposure, brings in a lot of exposure. So tourism karone amar bhal hoy, bahut khini tourist ahibo, there will be a lot of people who would want to invest. Okay, then intellectual property protection. Yes, this is one of the major functions of GI tag. Okay, so the GI tag legally protects the gamusa from imitation, ensuring authentic products. Like I said, mar juntu counterfeit hoy hetu nohoy. If it's GI tag to jodi ebar lagi jay ba tumar potoke tekhe duplicate koribo nware bostu. Then quality assurance, because if it is authentic product, then definitely it will come with quality, isn't it? The tag encourages artisans to maintain high standard of quality as consumers associate the GI level with. So GI level is equal to authenticity. Then social and community development, definitely, why not? Because empowerment of artisans. Jodi amar kiba craft hoy, anything, you can say carpet making it dhoriwa, okay, but tumi eneke amar gamusa khone dhoriwa or kiba eneke sador mekhela, whichever, whatever you would like to take it as an example. Definitely it will empower the artisans, because there will be demand and they'll have to supply, and they will be more interested in that field, because tekhetlokor livelihood encourage, this kind of GI tag driven product hoy, it encourages livelihood. It supports livelihood, actually, not encourage. Sorry about the word. Supports livelihood. And if there is our jodi enaka potential ase, to see that amar standard of living to bhal hoy jay. So revitalization of weaving clusters, so promotes growth of traditional weaving communities, improving local infrastructure, creating job opportunities. So amar jonbur cottage industries asile, amar jonbur craft industries asile, they had to bear a lot during the time of the Britishers because of their industrial revolution. Hoy nai amar yat gote tumar ei craft and weaving industry tekheloke almost mane bahut beya obostha kori thoi goise. So again, if we put on all this, it will be very easy for us to revive those lost hoi goisile, herai goisilo ami ako ebor bostu revive koribo, ako ebor bostu ami global marketot hobole pari. So encouraging sustainable practices, like I said, like most of the traditional practices that we use, tumalke mon koriba ki bahut scientific hoy. The methods are very scientific, very sustainable, very eco-friendly. So the GI tag highlight traditional sustainable weaving practices such as using natural dyes, eco-friendly materials like cotton and silk. That is for textile industry related, but then there are others also produced there. most of the time you'll see that they are very sustainable, they're very eco-friendly. Legal protection and global recognition. So they will always be in. Like I said, if the GI tag mane authentic. So anything that is authentic will always draw crowds. Anything that is unique, that will always draw attention. So যদি কিবা এটা বস্তু আমাৰ হয়, which is যোনটো খালি অসমৰে হয়, which is found only in Assam, so that it will always draw attention. And one of the thing আমাৰ কি হয়, which is very unique to, which is found in Assam, that is the rhino. Okay. Now I'm not saying the rhino has GI tag, more just example eta কৈছো. It draws a lot of attention, national attention. We have a lot of tourists during a certain time of the year, season যেতিয়া হয়, there you see a lot of economy. তাৰ পাছৰ যোনবোৰ মানুহ থাকে বা যোনবোৰ could be small towns, villages, they all benefit from it. Infrastructure development হয় নাই, and then tourism encourage কৰে. And it's like I said, it's a cycle. The more money flows in, the better the government will be able to work on it. The more advancement, development. And then our ki hoy policy support. So it will just like a way forward to kobo para that eneke hole mane government to jodi bahut khini support kore, for example scheme kiba kibi schemes uliai, grants diye, loans bu easily di diye, hole manu bilakor karone bahut easy startup khulibole eta bhal environment pai. All right, so hebur bostu ami if they ask what else can we do, so you can also what else can we do in development. Already infrastructure development amar bahut hoise, it has communication to amar bahut basic connectivity and all amar karone bahut kori dis development ar hoise. But then again it doesn't mean that just because it hoise ba hoi ase, it doesn't mean that it is full potential. No, there's still a lot of scope for it. Okay, so I hope you got the crux of it. So basically, tomorrow anything to do with trade and commerce, how you can incorporate your answer. But the main reason will be tomorrow unemployment and all. Tomorrow, jodi amar traditional ba amar kiba unique jun amar tate pai, bostu kotha likhibo diye. Answer is that hey item to etialoke GI tag poa nai, and just kind of say that GI tag pale bostu hobo pare henoka hobo pare, or jodi already paise, ask you what aru ki kenoka potential scope ase. This is again what you incorporate and give examples. Moi eta eko example heneke dia nai, just gamusa hisabe he ami era example, but there are so many GI tag items that we have here. So tumalke hebur example add kori. Okay, then come education and awareness raising. So awareness raising. So eta ki hobo tomar awareness of handloom products. The GI status educates consumers about the traditional significance and craftsmanship involved in creating the gamusa. So people will know that how certain things are so intricately done, okay, so delicately handled. So heneke bahut kini manu bahut interest. A lot of people, kisman bahut manu tumake dekhiba bahut sokhin hoy. They want to learn about it, they want to buy things like that. And aru amar kini bostu bahut it's to use koribo pari. Like you can use gamusa anywhere. Gamusa doesn't have just one use. Gamusa have a lot of use. Then promoting local craftsmanship. Etia swa jete GI tag pabo, etia bostu demand bahibo, and then new generation will come up to learn more about it, isn't it? They will vidya to tekheloke hikibo, and that's how they will continue the tradition. All right. So basically, it is about that. So raising appreciation regarding the handwoven products. The more people appreciate, the more it will be in the global market, and the more it is in the global market, tamane aru demand. More demand, the more people will be interested in engaging in creating such products. or carrying forward the tradition of making such. All right. So it's very, very necessary for the involvement of the new generation. If the new generation involved nohoy, that means we are going to do that particular action. Then I had tomorrow again. This has also to do with economy. This our economy, then our livelihood, our tourism and all that. Again, it's somewhere almost same, but then again the likha pattern to all of different. All right. So basically, both of them has to do with the foundation is it has to do with economy boost. All right. GI tag is not just economy boost, no doubt, but then it's also protecting a certain traditional item, cultural traditional item. But then again, jodi ami jeta ei global platform gur pao nohoy G20 tetiao kintu ami amar jonbur traditional items hoy jonbur amar culture hoy, we can always use those platform to bring it in the global map. So etia swa, discuss the outcome of G20 session as an opportunity to showcase the tourism and cultural heritage of Assam. Again, see how much APSC focus কৰিছে তোমাৰ culture, economy, হয় নাই? Our social part of our social side of our state, এইবোৰ বস্তু এইবোৰ dimension তোমালোকে focus কৰা. Economy is very, very important. This government is very serious about this economy. They're trying everything to economy. Same goes with culture. They're trying to preserve, trying to encourage people. And dekhisa nohoy dangor event hoy gose Jhumur Bandini and all. These are all platforms where you can showcase, where you can bring your culture in the global map. And it's not that they'll only fine only the dancers and the artists who are involved in it will benefit. That only dancers and musicians and all. No, you bring in a lot of FDIs, a lot of investment. মানুহে গম পায় ন, মানুহে দেখে কি আচ্ছা এনেকুৱা কিবা বস্তু এনেকুৱা এখন ষ্টেট আছে, this is what you can get, because ইমান delegates আহে ডাঙৰ ডাঙৰ ইভেন্ট যেতিয়া হয়. So এতিয়া চোৱা কি কৈছে ইয়াত. So answer again, you means এনেকে তো নিলিখে, you have to write an introduction and then you have to write a conclusion, but I am just focused on giving you the points out here. Okay. All right. So tourism and heritage. So amar jodi koy ki highlight trade and invest potential before the international community. So tumi G20 session bad dia. For example, Jhumur Bandini loi lwa, or any other big event loi lwa. এতিয়া যদি আমি এই সেশনৰ বদলি বেলেগ কিবা ডাঙৰ এনেকুৱা ইভেন্ট লৈ লওঁ, তেতিয়াও যদি আমি চাওঁ আমাৰ কি পটেনশিয়াল আছে বিফৰ দি ইন্টাৰনেশ্যনেল. প্ৰথম কি পটেনশিয়াল হ'ব সবা আমাৰ টুৰিজম এণ্ড কালচাৰেল হেৰিটেজ. So we have what? Tea industry. Our tea industry ase, our wildlife ase. These are very common. You hear it every day. Tea. But trust me, there is a way that you'll have to write. Okay. So don't take it very easy. Then probably known for its tea, and because see, tea is no doubt it's very popular. Assam tea is popular and all that, but it's also facing a lot of challenge. Bahut challenge. International junbur tekhelokor regulations hoy na hoy dine dine bahut strict hoy goi ase, and there certain chemical pesticides and all junbur amar use hoy, those have been rejected by foreign bodies. Ami enokwa product ami use nokoru. We have to be very careful. We need to make sure the marketing has to be done in such a way junbur global competitors ase na, they should have an upper hand. Because Assam tea has held a certain amount of reputation for a very long time, very good reputation. But then it is global market on amar because of all this. And you see, nowadays the world is leaning towards sustainability, organic this, organic that. Fine, tate jodi ami chemical products use kori thaku, they are not going to. buy it. Anyway, that was one part of the tea. But then again, we have tea industry with us. We can one of our major friends, and also we can use it as tourism also. Then yeah, globally known for it, particularly Assam tea, which showcased in এতিয়া Assam tea এনেকে হলে যেতিয়া delegates বোৰ আহে ঝুমেৰ বান্ধে কিমান বাহিৰৰ delegates আহিছে হয় নাই they can হেইটো মই কৈছো first hand নিজে টেষ্ট কৰি চাব পাৰে নিজে চুব পাৰে and that's how they can examine whether they want to invest out here. So platform আমাৰ কাৰণে বহুত important. যদি আমাক খুদেও নহয় কি ইকনমি বুষ্ট কৰিব আৰু কি কৰা যায় platforms like Jumir, it brings in so many delegates, brings in again amar Kamaikha jetia tumar Kamaikha temple hetu time oto jodi ami sao a lot of foreign tourists comes in why not so and then you have Majuli again and that can draw a lot of foreign tourists and it's very unique ekta Majuli nisna enaka island nai mane it's enaka amar world of enaka island nai jot tai island is focused on religion mane tumar religion and spiritual amar ikman hotra ase then ahe tumar Brahmaputra river the river provides opportunities for river cruises ecotourism these are some of the examples there are many examples moi iman enake add kora nai but then I'm just taking few examples so that you get an idea how to write okay how to mane focus kuntu kenake ki koribo lage all right so tourism ot ahile amar enaka wildlife ase but I haven't mentioned here but just a way that you can incorporate it all right so ami enaka hobo pare you know we can just connect so enaka packages ketiaba kenake tumar Europe ot tumi you have the entire package for you right ekhon logic that same package system okay, so we can connect like for example if some tourist is here so wildlife sabo and then they'll explore Majuli and then they'll explore tea industries of Assam so enake bahut kiba kibi ami add kori dibo paru for as an example if they ask us so again river cruises ecotourism spiritual tourism it highlighted Assam's nature beauty and biodiversity to an international audience and now recently our CM has announced ki tumar etu eta music festival or hub banabo Guwahati right na Guwahati and Dibrugarh etia swa when you look at places like Shillong and all they're doing very well when it comes to music festivals and all iman entire India pra manu ahe why not it brings in a lot of money during those economy to bahut bhal boost kore enaka activity we do have our geographical location hoy na hoy amar Guwahati it should have a lot of potential we are connected to of course all of these our northeastern so imagine one crowd full koribo parim ami all we need you know little bit of you know all marketing all jaga dile why wouldn't people come so CM I think he announced few months back that he'll bring Post Malone I have no idea because I don't listen but then he said Post Malone okay so Post Malone is coming that's what he said that he'll bring in all this because they're trying to the government is trying so that it becomes a you know music festival and type or hub hobole concerts black or hub hobole and now it shouldn't only be Western classical hockey and we do have a lot of potential it will definitely boost the economy of our state all right so cultural heritage hole ki hobo tomar bihu ase hotriya eibo dance we have jhumur we have bagorumba amar bahut henoka dances ase hoy na then temples like Kamaikha aru ki ase কামাখ্যাত কি হয় আম্বুবাসী মেলা হয় আম্বুবাসী মেলাটো বহুত বেছি মানুহ হয় people from all over the country comes in fact foreign tourists আহে বহুত বেছি foreign tourists আহে again এইবোৰ বস্তু যদি আমি হাইলাইট কৰো আৰু বেছি আমাৰ কাৰণে বহুত বেছি then ahe tumar ki swa indigenous communities the type of communities that we have communities we have theories we have kivas for both communities and all of them have different languages all of them have different way of living their life traditional clothes imagine it's quite a melting point ahom boli kole nohoy je tumalke bhaba it's quite a melting point of so many cultures and religions also so highlighted for the cultural significance ebur koribo paru then indigenous art craft festivals yes so many communities have their own festivals hoy na amar bihu he ami bahut janu kintu aru enoka dhei festivals ase jo amar indigenous bilake celebrate kore trade and investment potential ase amar bahut besi eke ase connectivity Assam infrastructure improvements made the state more accessible presenting it as a gateway to Southeast Asia and East Asia amar geographical location so he karone again this connectivity will all definitely it brings in a lot of investment amar trade karone amar easy hoy jay to bhal route eta pao hene connectivity is the main thing about trade and commerce then enhance regional trade potential with neighboring countries like Bangladesh Bhutan and Myanmar and again you see it becomes very imperative for us to have a very mutual a very diplomatic and a mutual relationship যদি অলপ hostile থাকে তেতিয়া again it will affect our trade to Pakistan লগত প্ৰায় হয় আমাৰ লগত between India and Pakistan very important for us to maintain a cordial relationship with this neighboring country and we do have it that's the reason why amar a trade and commerce বহুত বেছি কৰিও আছে and আছে agriculture and agribusiness Assam key agriculture products janeke tea then you have rice fruits and now we have come up with new and that is the flowers also so enoka bahut khini bostu ase junbur ami even flowers and all কিন্তু আগতে কৰা নাছিলে বা কিছুমান exotic fruits so sustainable farming practices were highlighted we can highlight all this or in jete global enoka event bur hobo taku ami highlight koribo paru then potential for foreign area junto food processing and organic agriculture and then again we have another important thing that is oil and imagine how prosperous our state can be. Significant oil and natural gas producer with facilities in Digboy and all him now that you're sitting for mains I am expecting you know all this ane oil pot ase kon kiman tar refinery ase na summit highlighted opportunities of energy especially for FDI and technology transfer so yana G20 kotha koi ase thik ase but then again baki aru jodi amar enaka global event hoy tetiao amar ebu chances where we can showcase then I had tomar small and medium enterprises for example kenake hobo tomar handicrafts textile ebu showcase jodi ami koru the showcase because the answer I have written in past tense because G20 hoy gol but if they ask you your opinions like what do you have to say how can we do it then of course you can write like we can do it this way we can showcase this and highlight this so potential for increased export and international partnership then you have sustainability and green initiative so right now you see the world is leaning towards green initiatives forest conservation and all and again Assam is also doing their part not that Assam is not doing their part Assam is doing but then again we also have to put a little more focus on opportunities for attracting environmentally conscious investors and people. We are quite blessed when it comes to resources and way our lifestyle or manubla hokole jene like a traditional way. If you see, it was to an extent very sustainable, very self sufficient asil. এইবোৰ বস্তু যদি আমি showcase কৰিব পাৰো, definitely world, like I said, organic লাগে, হেনকুৱা লাগে, প্ৰায় তোমালোকে শুনি this events like this always give us that platform. Then international diplomacy and geopolitical strategy, regional cooperation, Assam proximity to, because I said our geographical location, it's in such a good মানে এটা জেগাত আছে that we our connectivity to যদি আমি আৰু বহুত বেছি ভাল হ'ব পাৰে, very easy হ'ব পাৰে, ভাল হ'ব পাৰে, and very quick, fast হ'ব পাৰে. And that we are doing, we need to do a little more. Okay. Regional trade, climate cooperation, and security dialogues. Then geopolitical importance, Assam strategic border position was highlighted, making it a key player. So jetia ebur event hoy, we can always highlight that amar position to jenoka hoy, it is like amar border jot ami iman mane amar India as in whole ohomore nohoy, but then again Assam is benefited, India will also be benefited, isn't it? So etia amar position to enoka hoy northeastern side of it, that it becomes easy for us to connect to countries like Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia. Hey area to amar kane connect kor. Then the summit reinforced Assam importance in Indo-Pacific, even in our region. Right? So etia long term impact ki hobo swa, jodi ami amar ebur potential suppose amar enoka trade and all hoy gol, so long term impact sabo gole infrastructure and connectivity aru amar advance hoy jabe. Like see, improvement made to accommodate the summit would benefit long term tourism and investment. Jodi amar enoka dangor events bur hoy, tomaloke jodi ei music festival ke dhorilo, for some example like ei Jhumer Bandini juntu amar all about hoy goise, enoka dangor events bur dhorilo, etia amar aru ki hoy jay so accommodate benefit long term tourism and investment. It will come up in the people will definitely foreign bad dia, at least our India pra to bahut hoy jano. Enhance global connectivity for Assam with better facilities for business and leisure tourism. Then branding Assam globally, yes. How the summit etia jetia ebur summit hoy, Assam, the name of Assam, the state of Assam will be highlighted in the global plan, and that would manubur olop curious hobo ahibole, jeneke ajikali tumalage swa pray manulake Arunachal, they have opened up, they're doing great when it comes to tourism. Iman basic crowded hoy, their strategy regarding tourism is worth seeing. And you see that people from every age, okay, or every section of the society can go there. Anyone, just so affordable also, want to go for something more adventurous, they're doing great. But Arunachal as an example, we have such good places, got Haflong, places like that. So amar hetu hisabot mane ami table he potential recognize kora nai. Then like likhi nahi paru he recognize kora nai, just make it something positive. Okay. Then boosting local economy, of course, tourism and all, but tomar ever event hole ba ji hole, it will definitely boost local economy. Tomar accommodation and all thakibo, people will benefit from them. Transportation, again, people will benefit. The localites will benefit from transportation, localites will benefit from accommodation. Jodi homestay ta jodi aji moi jodi homestay ta khuli di, and there is this global event coming in, I'll definitely get customers. Anyone will get customers. ইমান বেছি হাই ফাই নবনালেও নৰ্মেলিও যদি মই বনাও ইনিশিয়েলি I'll get customers. যেতিয়া মানে তোমাৰ বহুত বেছি ক্ৰাউড আহি যায় and that slowly gradually of course will develop. More money will be pouring in, the better the economy will, the better, even more people will engage in it. So local businesses benefit from exposure to international delegates and media coverage. So media coverage, এবোৰ যেতিয়া event হয় আমি কি পাওঁ media coverage পাওঁ, and media coverage is very important nowadays. Everywhere advertisement and all that সেইবোৰ আমাৰ কাৰণে বহুত important হৈ যায় আৰু এই এনেকুৱা this levelত কিবা আমি যেতিয়া event পাতো তেতিয়া আমি media coverage বহুত পাওঁ. So finally come to the conclusion to মই হেনেকে কোৱা নাই, but then conclusion is basically write something or you can put on some fact or আৰু আমাৰ মেমে আছে তোমালোকক কেনেকে answer writing কৰিব লাগে. Basically that was the crux of it. So finally we have come to the end of this session. So please make sure that you learn and you put a little bit of focus when it comes to the economy of Assam, environment of Assam. Actually, economy, environment, culture, those are extremely important. Ahibol. But no, ki patholo tumaloko kenake. Somewhere or the other, they'll ask you. Very direct question. Wo pare, but then so you read the over twice pohiba, bhalke pohiba. All right. So that is all. And finally, sorry, before I leave. So we also have a foundation course to join for someone who is new. Join us here in foundation course. The numbers are given. Please contact us. So I'll come back with something again, another topic. Till then, thank you.